Hello, this is Jim Katsoulis, and this week I want to show you a little bit about how your mind works and how, if you don't take control of it, it can sabotage you, or once you understand how it works, you can begin to use it to support you to reach your weight loss goals. So what I want you to do is I want you to count the F's in this next sentence that you're going to see. I want you to count all the F's, capital and lowercase f's, that you see in this sentence. So I'm going to give you a few moments, let you go through it and pick out all the F's that you see. Go ahead. Alright, so take one last look, and how many F's did you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 8. How many F's did you see in that picture? Now I'm going to bring the picture back just so you can get another look at it, just to make sure. I want you to look at this, are there any F's that you missed? Are there any F's that you thought you saw that weren't actually F's? And I want you to look at them, okay? So get your number. And now what number did you see? Because the correct number is 6. 6 F's. So if you saw 6, congratulations. If you saw 3, let me show you why. If you look here, you see all 6 F's highlighted. And what most people will notice, they'll easily find the finished, files, and scientific, because when we're reading that sentence, we're reading it inside of our mind. We're vocalizing the words inside of our mind, and we're listening for the F sounds. We're not looking for the F's visually as much as we're saying the words in our mind, and because of sounds like a V, sometimes we won't pick it up. So if you said 3, the reason probably is because you missed the F on the end of the of. Now what does this matter? Why is this important? Because we're constantly talking to ourselves. Okay? We're not just living upon the world. We're always interpreting the world through what questions we ask ourselves. Okay? And these are constantly going on. So as you read that sentence, you may not have even been aware that you were reading inside your mind, but you were. So this is very important when it gets to the questions that we ask ourselves day in and day out that relate to the body that we have. So I want to give an example of 2 questions here and how to transform them, because again, these questions will be being asked inside your mind for the rest of your life. There's nothing you can do about that, but you can change the question up. So if we take the question, why is losing weight so hard, and we look at that. Now, if we ask the question, why is losing weight so hard, we automatically assume that it's hard. Okay, we just accept that, and that's what we begin to notice in the world. We begin answering that, well, because food's so good, I can't get myself motivated, I can't stick to anything, and we start talking ourselves down. Now, if we switch this into a different question, how can I easily create the exact body I want? It's a whole different place to start off on. If that question's constantly running through in the back of your mind, how can I easily create the exact body I want? You're always thinking in that question, as opposed to the first one. You start to notice different things in the world. You literally become aware of a whole nother reality for yourself. There are easy ways to create the exact body you want. You may not have noticed them in your life because you never asked that question. Okay? So we get to another question, very common. Why is exercising so boring? All right? And so if we ask that question, well, because treadmills stink, because I got other things I want to do that are more exciting, and we start answering that question as if it's real. The presupposition there is that exercising is boring, and that question just assumes that that is true. So if we switch it over and let it become, how can I exercise and have fun? All of a sudden, we have a completely different outlook. All right, we set ourselves up to look in a completely different direction. Now the presupposition is that exercise can be fun, that you can exercise and have fun while you're doing it. Now if you ask these more positive, resourceful questions, you're going to find that weight loss becomes much easier, much more manageable, and you can see yourself doing it for the rest of your life. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next week.